Hello, everybody. My name is Dizzy LeChuck. I'm an Age of Empires 2 player and content creator. I love the game. I'm a big fan. And yeah, as part of my playing and content creation, I like to look back over the games that I've played and that other people have played. And to do this, I use Capture Age. Now, I'm sure that many of you experience the same thing, whether you're a content creator or a player, where you've opened Capture Age after an update, tried to view your game in recent replays or replays here, and they're grayed out with this error message to say that Age of Empires is running a different version. And though you can even click the play button and it will load your game up, but at some point into the game, more likely than not, it's going to experience a crash and you can't get past it. Now, I had this very enjoyable game with my teammates, which is on my channel, in fact, but how did it get there? When I only wanted to cast it after the update? Well, that's why I'm here to let you know. But just to let you know, this will be on my YouTube channel. It's a recommended game. 2.5 hours long it was in game time. And Oasis 4v4, just crazy. Anyway, enough of the plug. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to be able to do to play these replays in Capture Age is to quit Capture Age and quit Age of Empires. By that I mean quit the application, not to quit the game. I mean, that's one option, but let me just close down my files so we're looking at the same thing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is press the Windows key and R to bring up this run. And I'll put this command in the description, but it's steam://open/console. And what that does is opens up Steam for you with this console tab, which isn't normally there. You've got all your usual tabs up here, but you don't normally have this console tab. So here it is. Don't worry about the things that are on. Yours will be empty. Mine is not, because obviously I was checking this process out before the video, but yeah, yours will appear empty. The second thing we need to do is head over to this website, steamdb.info. Very good website, actually, while I was looking at it. Let's look for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. And it's got some really interesting things like the price of the game in different countries, like the lowest price it's ever been with sales and things like that. It's just, I found it quite interesting. It also has a list of DLCs and patches, which is what we're interested in here. Now, I wanted to cast this game after this update here came out, this one on the 12th of March. So I need to roll back to the previous version of the game and ignore these without a title. The previous version is in fact this one on the 17th of February. And if I look at it, it was the update that introduced the naval overhaul and the new DLC. So that's what I want to go back to. Not this one, which is the current update at the top here with the Champy nerf. So I'm going to try and go back to this one. And I need to note that it was made on the 17th of February at 1700 in my time. So let's bear that in mind and open up this depots or depots, as you Americans might say. I don't know. And we need to look at 5 things. We need to look at Phoenix context, Phoenix art resource, Phoenix content, Phoenix art resources, Phoenix sound resources, and Phoenix game resources. And then, depending on what language your game is, you need to look at the sound. You need to get the sound resource. Now, I'm interested in having it in English, so I'm going to take this one. But you can see there's Portuguese, Brazil, German, French, Italian, Korean, whichever languages you need to get that one. But yeah, I'm going to be getting the EN resource one. So for each of these, what we're going to do is open it using this link here. And we will look at manifests, and we need to find the manifest that matched the update we were looking at. And you remember the update that we wanted was one that's 17th of February at 1700, so that's the one we're going to go for. We could go back to anyone we want, but we're going to go for this one. I'm just going to click this copy symbol at the end here. That copies something to my clipboard. And then if we go back to the Steam console that we opened earlier, and type this command download_depot, paste. I pressed Control and V there. We just need to remove these dash app things, dash depot things, and dash manifest things, because they're all... Okay, so that's our command. We're going to run that, and that's going to download us some files. We'll go back to the website and get the next thing we need. So I'll go back. We'll then go to the art resources that I wanted. Manifests, and look for the 17th of February. It's actually the last one, the latest one, so this one didn't change in the game. So I don't think we actually need it, but for completion's sake, I'm going to grab it anyway. This is still downloading. Now let me just say, if you don't really know what you're doing, or you're not comfortable doing this, then don't do it. And also, it's correct now, it works now. I can't guarantee that's going to be the case forever, though. You know, if the process changes. Also, it's if you have the game through Steam, I'm not sure about Xbox, and obviously console and so on. Right, we've got that second command now, so we're going to go download depot because this is finished. We're going to get rid of the manifest, depot, and app text. Let that run. Back to the website. We'll go to the sound resources, manifests, and 17th of February. Copy. Download depot. Again, we're going to get rid of these three things. I'm just typing this ready for when the other command finishes. See, it's still downloading. Lots of files. Okay, that's done. Let's get that one. That's number 3. Number 4, let's go back here to Phoenix Game Resources. Manifest, look for the 17th of February here, and copy. Remember, you need to look for the date of the one you want to go back to, not the latest update, the one you want to go back to. If you're watching this in 5 years, maybe, you know, maybe you're coming all the way back here, who knows. I just press the up arrow to get my previous command there. And then I'm going to take out manifest, take out depot again, and take out app. Make sure there's no unnecessary spaces in there. These have to be quite precise. That's that one done. Let's grab that one and go back to the website for the final one. And this is the one where you need to pick the right one for your language. Okay, so I'm going to go for Phoenix Sound EN resources. You pick the one you want. Click on the depot. Manifest, look for the 17th of February. Again, it hasn't changed. It's at the top here, but let's copy it anyway. Get it, and manifest, get rid of that. Just wait for this to finish downloading, this one here. Shouldn't be too much longer. Okay, that one's done. I cut out, I edited out that last bit of video because this one took a little bit longer, so I didn't want that in the video. Let's just do this final one. It's only 12 files. This one very small compared. That's our last one. That's done. Okay, good. So now that that's done, that hasn't finished and updated the game or anything. That's just downloaded some files, and you can see here that it's put them in this directory here. So we're not going to include that last bit. We're just going to grab the directory, not the file, not the depot bit, but the directory of where it is. Go to our Explorer, our Windows Explorer, type the directory into there, and we see all our depot files that we downloaded. So now we have our files downloaded. We now need to put them into the game. So like I said, make sure Age of Empires isn't running. Go back to Steam and go to Library. Locate Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Make sure you're not selecting the wrong one if you have multiple ones. Go to Properties here, Installed Files, and Browse. That will open up a new Explorer window. Now it's going to minimize Steam here so you can see what's going on. Okay, so These are the files we've downloaded. These are all our game files. And what you need to do one at a time is open up this, highlight all of these. I press Control and A, and then Control and C to copy. Click into here and press Control and V. And that is going to paste the contents of this folder into here. Now, the key thing to remember is, if I had to go back one on this side, I didn't copy this folder and move it into here. I copied the contents of this folder and moved it into here. Okay? So this is a fairly easy process. Now, I'm going to cut this and wait for this process to complete. It doesn't take long, though. When you get this message, just say replace the files in destination. Don't worry about this too much. You can take a backup of your game files before you start if you prefer, but there's a way to restore it, and I'm going to show you that at the end. So I'll click replace. Then I'm going to go to the second folder here, Control and A, Control and C, move into this folder. Now that that one's finished, Control and V, wait for it to ask me to replace the files. This discovery takes way longer than actually copying them. Yep. Replace. Whilst that's happening, I'm going to go back on this one. Go to the third directory, copy. It's important you do these one at a time. Paste in here and replace. That one was quick. Go to the fourth one. Control A, Control and C. Paste in here. It's a bit bigger, this one, 8 gigabytes. It's basically all the game files from the previous version. I was surprised to see that Age of Empires 2 actually took up 49 gigabytes. Considering it's a game that was 25 years old. 1 gigabyte was nowhere near possible back then. Replace on that. Whilst that executes, let's just get ready with the fifth folder. Control and A. Done. Control C. Replace. Okay. Now that's all 5 folders. You're finished with this now. You can delete these if you want, which I will do to show you. Get rid of those from the hard drive so they don't take up space. And now we have everything copied in here. Now next time you launch Steam, or launch the game, you can go Age of Empires 2 like you normally do. It's going to open. It's going to open without any errors. It's not going to check for updates or anything, so that's fine. That's good. And what you'll see when you open Capture Age is you'll still see this error, right? It's still going to show you this because it still thinks it's on the latest version. But don't worry about it because when you actually come to cast it or press play, it's not going to crash, and that's the important thing. I can verify this, at least as of today, because I was able to cast this game, which I previously was not. So anyway, I just want to let you know what to do when you finish, because you'll want to go back to the latest version. So it's very important that you do that, otherwise you'll be forever playing on an old version and getting errors and things. So it's very important. Just quit Capture Age again, quit Age of Empires. On your game here, like we did before, in the Steam library, click Properties, Installed Files, and Verify Integrity of Game Files. It's going to go through them and replace the ones it needs back to the latest update. And once that's done, you'll be able to go back into the game and everything will work. I verified this again by joining a game, playing a game, and so on, and it all worked fine. I wasn't waiting for ages in lobbies, accidentally on a different version. So, yeah. Once this is done, you're ready to go, ready to launch the game again. So I really hope this was useful for you. It is something I've been struggling with a little while, and it puts, like, as a content creator, it puts a lot of me on pressure on me to get my games out of the way before the update comes out. But it's no longer going to be required for me to do that, and it seems like quite a long process, but honestly it really isn't once you do it a couple of times. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you found it useful, let me know. Leave a like and say hello. And yeah, I hope you also check out some of my other content, but this is just a completely different video that I chose to do to share something with the community. So thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.